on, guys? Welcome to the stream. How's everyone doing today? I will explain what's going on the 3DS screen in a second. Just want to say hi to everyone. We have got Greg, Hen, Poca, Player, 123, Squishy Lad Gaming, Michael, Shadow, Loot, 123, Mike, F. How is everyone doing, guys? Yeah, so this is just in here for a second. I have one thing I need to do, transferring-wise, that I haven't gotten to yet, or I want to get to now, and also it would be awesome to do on stream. Finally transferring that last Manaphy egg I need, so I just wanted to put that on here. How's it going, Tammy Schneider? Welcome to the stream. Sick with the flu, out of work, but at least you can watch a Shiny Hunt. I'm glad you can be here. Sorry to hear you're feeling under the weather, Nathan. Hope you feel better soon. Glad you can be here, though. What's up, Squirtle Splash? But yeah, so this is only for a second. I'm legitimately just sending a recruitment message over to Pearl that's sitting on top of my amp. And then we'll be on our way. There we go. There we go. So yeah, it's only for a second, but we will be hopping in here in a minute. But hey, you guys get to see the egg transfer, even if it's like only on the bottom screen. But we'll see if it goes first try. We'll see if it goes first try. It's always taking a bit. Yeah, you did it. I know, right? I know. It took a while. It took a lot of time. A lot of playthroughs of Ranger. How'd you get the Manaphy egg? You tried, but it never works. You can only get it once per save. You have to enter, you know, that code and all that. This message is probably gonna fail here. So yeah, let's just force that. Yeah. So sometimes it doesn't work, I've found, but yeah. So you have to have a copy that's never had the Manaphy egg taken from it before. You have to enter the secret code to get the Manaphy mission, and once you've done that, you have to play the Manaphy mission, and then you can transfer it over to another system. It's a whole thing. What's up, Mike F? What's up? Not much, man. We're just going through the process of trading an egg over here real quick, and then we'll get right into the shiny hunt today. I'm actually gonna go ahead. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the Charmander hunt, so at least something's going on. How many times have I done it? I've played through it like 9 times. Yeah, transfer. Yes, transfer the egg. There you go. You get to see the egg take off and fly away to another copy. So yeah. Yeah, so that's like the 9th time I played through it. It's the 10th egg I got. I got lucky that a copy already had the egg, like... There we go. There we go. The egg has been transferred, guys. So we are all good here. So let's go ahead and throw in Ultra Sun real quick. And we'll be good to go. Where's the top hat Charmander you need to get? You needed to get the shiny. I totally forgot about that, I'll admit, Squishy Lad, but I downloaded a top hat image. We can try here. Once we get to, if we get to 11,800 encounters, we will put the top hat on. So it will happen tonight. I have a top hat downloaded. I just don't, you know, have the asset layers and stuff. And I don't want to, like, do that and then do the top hat. So we're going to get into the stream here for a bit, and then, yeah, we'll definitely put the top hat on Charmander. Might try after finish EV training your shiny Gorbis. Alright, man. Alright, good luck. Good luck. Yeah, like, if you got the copy new and you haven't gotten Manaphy off it, you know that it will have it. But, guys, that right there marked me being done playing Ranger. I do not need to play that game anymore. I've played it so much over the past couple months. I'm so glad to have finished it. So glad. I'm sorry about that. I looked over and, like, my drink was, like, bubbling. Like, the carbonation was just making it come out of the can. I'm listening to your streams. It's all good, Greg. It's all good. You're here now, man. That's what matters. I'm glad you can be here now. Let's hope he gets the Charmander. I hope so. I hope so, Tammy. A lot of play coins. There was a lot of plays of that, and like the rough part about Ranger is it's not like you can just reset the game and do it again. Like you have to do it on new copies, or copies that have never had Manaphy taken every single time, which is a bit insane, I will admit, but it's worth it. It's also really old, but you never tried the code and bought the game new. Do you think it'll work? If you bought the game brand new, it will absolutely work. All of these games, I have put the code in within the past, like, month. So even though, yeah, the game's 12 years old, if you bought the game new from a store, you have the box and everything, it was sealed when you bought it, then it'll absolutely work. And then there's also just a chance that if you bought it used, like I did, it'll still work. It just depends on if anyone's taken it yet. Basically, if you go into RangerNet and you already see them, if you don't see the Manaphy mission when you go into RangerNet, you are good. You're good. You just have to put in like the code for the Manaphy mission. If you do see the Manaphy mission and it's completed and it's not new, then it's been taken. But from the sounds of it, if it's a new copy of the game, you're fine. It's my 8,000 plus copies to try and get a shiny one. Surprisingly, I'm working on something that I should be getting out to you guys hopefully soon. It's what I ended up doing a bit of work on yesterday after, like, I had to cancel the stream. You know, I was like, I think what it ended up being I was just dehydrated. Like, I hadn't had enough water that day, and so, like, I had a headache, my stomach was a little bleh. It just wasn't, I wasn't in a good mood, so I ended up canceling the stream. But I worked a little bit on stuff for a video about all this, and it'll explain exactly what, like, you should try doing to get it. Because, yeah, that's always the big thing is people are like, well, you gotta buy used copies, and they're gonna have the egg taken, and all this stuff. And there's a way to make it work, like, legit. But, dang it, let me reset this camera real quick. There's a way to kind of make it work where it doesn't drain your wallet. There's a way to do it. It's a reason why when I mentioned I really couldn't play any other games while I was playing Ranger, when I was like said I was on a time crunch. It's why I didn't. It's why it was vague. I will explain all of it. It'll all make sense, as well as hopefully it'll make you guys excited to hopefully do it at some point yourself. Let's try and never see the thing for Manaphy. Oh, I see one for Celebi and Mew. And if you see Celebi, Mew, and I'm assuming Deoxys as well, it will work. The one thing is, like you said, they're old. It only works on the original Ranger. The other two, like the two sequels, they had to have an internet connection. They had to go to a Wi-Fi event, and that was timed. But like an original copy of Ranger, like this one, you know, no subtitle or anything, just Ranger, will work. Like that will absolutely 100% work if it hasn't already had the egg taken. Also, the Shining Umbreon, welcome to the stream. The only thing keeping you going in life is this Charmander hunt. Well, hopefully another hunt can help keep you going once we get Charmander, because I have a feeling it'll happen soon. You're gonna do a tutorial to get them. Kind of a tutorial, not specifically a tutorial. If you've seen like Shiny Collector 98's video on Manaphy, imagine a slightly more deep dive than that. I'll admit and give him credit that I am using his method for hunting. That's like the way to hunt Manaphy, and I learned about it from him. So like, if you want an idea of how to hunt it and you just are completely clueless, he has a good video on that. I'm going to be trying to go more into the method of getting the eggs, because that's always just been kind of thrown off as a shrug and a hope you get lucky thing. So I figured that out, and hopefully the video is useful for people. I foresee it being a little hard for a lot of people who aren't in the US, but like just because of the way that I did it and the specifics. But hopefully it works for everyone. And Deoxys, also the OG original copy, been like what, almost more than 10 years? It's been 12 years since it came out. I mean, you may have had it for 10, but like, yeah, it's been a while since that game came out. So it's super cool. It's super cool to have and be able to like play and stuff. It came out in 2006, so yeah, it's 12 years old. Yeah, you back on 3DS. I haven't added anyone on 3DS yet, Greg. I am planning on doing that after the stream. Yeah, like that's why my code's posted over there. And yeah, so guys, if anyone wants to add me on Switch or 3DS, go in the Discord, in that trading chat, the trade and stuff, or whatever I called it. Go there and just add those friend codes. Switch, I'll get the notification, and next time I see it, I will accept. And on 3DS, I'll have to like set a reminder for myself weekly to go through and accept friend requests on there. But I will try my best. Good luck trying to get Shiny Manaphy in the future, by the way. You need it to match your secret friend code or something, right? Yeah, it has to match your secret ID. And it's programmed specifically not to match the secret ID of the game you traded it to. So in this example, all 10 of my all 10 of my Manaphy eggs are on the Pearl copy that I just transferred that last one to, which is on my other 3DS over here. So yeah, I'll have to basically reset a save on like Diamond or something. and trade them there, hatch them, trade them either back to Pearl and then reset Diamond and put it on there, or reset Pearl while I'm hatching them in Diamond. It's a whole thing. Again, Shiny Collector 98 has a great video out on it that is available to watch right now. It's been available for years. He's really well versed in all this stuff. It's where like I wrap my head around Emerald RNG. It's how I wrap my head around the Manaphy hunt. Yeah, so if you want to like see exactly how to do it, check that video out. But basically, it's a matter of hatching the eggs and not saving once you've hatched them, and then trading the unhatched eggs to another save. And I am very nervous about messing that part up because, oh man, if you mess it up and like hatch them and trade one, or hatch them and save, that's like somewhere between 120 or like between 60 and 120 hours for me. They'll just be gone right there. It would be ridiculous. What's up, Christian Reyes? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? If you saw me that you can still try to get a shiny right, you can't, like I was saying, like you can't exactly soft reset. You have to like hatch it. If it's not shiny, soft reset before saving, and then trade it to a new save file. Not necessarily a new cartridge, but a new save file. So like you can have 2 cartridges and just be resetting the saves on each as you hunt the eggs. You have to at least be able to do that in order to do it. But that's it as far as everything else goes. When you want to catch a shiny Kyogre, you should ninja because Kyogre can't even touch it. Interesting. I'll have to keep that in mind. Thank you, because we're coming up on that hunt. I got Regice Registeel. And then the Eon Duo, and then Groudon and Kyogre. So yeah, it's like, we're in the gen for it. So I'll definitely keep that in mind. What's up, That Great? Welcome to the stream. You finally bought Pokemon Ultra Moon. Nice! How are you liking it, man? How are you liking it? And yo, Garenji, what's up, man? If your volume down, but you're like $50 to $70 away from your Switch. Hey, man, that's not bad. That's not bad. It seems like you weren't able to get it this weekend, which is unfortunate, but hey, that's not bad. Hopefully you're able to get it soon, man. It'd be cool to be able to play games and stuff on it. We're gonna have to find the game. Alright, Michael. Alright. It's a process to do it. It seriously is. It seriously is. Like, it's not a hunt that was meant to be huntable. Fione, not so much. It's literally just like a Masuda method hunt. But Manaphy specifically is a pretty crazy hunt to try to do. So I'm excited to do it. You can use Gengar to catch Groudon, because Gengar can avoid Fissure, which is a ground type, one-hit KO move. Well, that'd be nice. That'd be nice as well. I'll have to keep those in mind. I have my general plan for like the start of the hunt where I try to get it, weapon buried, harvest, and all that. It's like it can't KO itself, and then yeah, if I can keep my Pokemon from getting KO'd, that would be amazing as well. So I'm gonna sit there and check Pokeballs all day long, since I do try to catch everything with regular Pokeballs. I can't start now. You want to sleep so much. Hey, I mean, if you gotta sleep that great, I totally understand. It's pretty late for you, I know. It's kind of sad we can't trade a transfer Spiked Ear Beach over. I know, that would have been such a cool event to be able to trade over. But they only put the code for it in the 1, so it has to stay there, sadly. What's up, Caleb Moran? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? What's up? Not much. Just got my final Manaphy egg transferred, which is super dope. Super excited for that, which means like I'm done spinning my stylus in a circle for hours on end. I can play other games now. I can finish Virtual Console Crystal. I can play through Black. I can play through Platinum. I can play through Y. I can do all these things that I wasn't able to do, and I can actually use my old 3DS for it. Because none of those absolutely require the touchscreen. Some of them don't use it at all. And that'll be super nice. Because Ranger's been so touchscreen heavy that the fact that it's messed up on my other 3DS makes it literally impossible to use for it. And I don't like taking my cap card places, because, you know, that's a lot to be risking right there. That was Event in Soul Silver. Yeah, it's Hercule Soul Silver. What's up, Mexican Shrek? Welcome to the stream. You're really sick right now and you're in bed watching YouTube. Thought you'd stop by. Well, I'm sorry to hear that you feel sick, man. I hope you feel better soon. But it's good to see you. It's good to see you no matter what. It's too late for Turkey. I know. It's super late. It's super late for everyone in Europe, honestly. And it's almost late for me. It's just, it's the one time of day I can stream with work and stuff, unfortunately. Friend. Well, I'll have to add you, Greg. If you've put that in the, like I mentioned, in the trading and stuff chat on Discord, I will make sure to add you. You got a new sniper in Call of Duty. Nice. What sniper is it? I wonder if they have any of the same ones that they had in the like last game I played. You can say it is late. We have confirmation, ladies and gentlemen. We have confirmation that it's indeed late. I agree wholeheartedly. It's just unfortunately, yeah, like I said, work and such makes it really hard for me to stream at a time that's good for Europe and stuff. What's up, Red Just Red? Welcome to the stream. The Dragoon. I don't know what. Oh, it's from Black Ops 1. I didn't play a lot of Black Ops 1. Now that you say that, it sounds familiar. I did play a bit of it, but I mainly, when I played, like, the main time I played Call of Duty was Black Ops 2. Like, that's the one that I, like, really got into. And then Ghost came out, and because I was so hyped about Black Ops 2, I got too involved in, like, Ghost before it came out. Then it came out and was terrible, and one of the few games I ever considered returning to GameStop. So, yeah, that just ended up being a wash right there. And kind of burnt me out of the series. I bought Black Ops 3 and liked the multiplayer, but that's about it. But Black Ops 2 is where it was at. What's up, Kajido? Welcome to the stream. Sorry if I feel like things are very loud, and I'm not 100% sure, guys. Let me know. I don't know if I had to take apart my whole setup and put it back together this weekend, so audio may be off. Again, as per usual, me asking about audio things. Finally found the freaking game. Glad you're able to find it, Michael. It goes well, Kajido. It goes well. We started the stream off with something a little different. I had to get an egg transferred over from Ranger to Pearl, and it's the last one. I have 10 Manaphy eggs now, which I think is a bit insane, but it has been done, and it means I am ready for one of the most ridiculous hunts I'm ever gonna do. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna stream it, because I definitely want to stream it. Obviously the most efficient way would be with 2 DSs and trading back and forth and hatching on each. But the problem there is, how do I capture the second one? Hence, like, that whole donation thing down there. But otherwise, I'm considering just, like, keeping one as, like, the copy to keep trading back to, and then play through the game a little bit, and then trade into it. Which wouldn't be awful. It wouldn't be the worst way to hunt it in the world. Obviously I have 10 eggs, which makes it fairly efficient, but it'd be nice to be able to do it with 2, but I'm still just hyped. I'm hyped that, like, step 1 of the process is done. I have the eggs, I am done, I don't need to get any more, we're set. We are set, and I am ready for this hunt. You have 2 Manaphy eggs at the moment, wanting to get 8 more. I've figured out, like, a good way to get them, and I'm working on a video on, like, an explanation of my thought process and, like, my whole, like, actual physical process that I went through to make sure I got these eggs, like, legit, like, no action replays or anything, like 10 different cartridges of the game, which was a bit insane. But yeah, so I'm working on that. That's what I spent yesterday, since I had to skip out on the stream due to, like, a headache and stuff. I'm working on, so hopefully I can get that out soon. It's a struggle to find time to work on things between work and streams. But I'm hoping. You don't have Discord? Oh no. You should totally get it. You should totally get it. Obviously, like, not telling you you need to, but it would be awesome. It'd be awesome, like, you know, because then you can join the community and all that stuff there. You know, join in on any of the trades and stuff. Because, like, it's super cool to be able to hang out off screen as well. You're getting the shiny Pikachu. He'll want the shiny Pikachu. Well, hey, go for it, Caleb. Go for it. It'll suck having to capture all the mons for trading. Make sure you bring over a flame body mon. They actually don't take too long to hatch. I did it without. The thing is, granted, I was thinking about that in a different way. It's not too bad. It isn't too bad hatching-wise. If you're doing the 2 systems, one playing up to tradability while the other one, you know, hatches. If you do it that way, 10 eggs, like 2 whole hatches, takes about as long as it would take to play Diamond or Pearl up to the point where you can trade. It's not bad. It's not bad. Obviously, yeah, you gotta catch those 10 Pokemon. But that would become the bottleneck over having the Flame Body Pokemon. So I wouldn't be too worried about that personally. Obviously, if I do it the one-screen way, it'll be a whole different story. But yeah, so it'll be interesting. I gotta figure all that stuff out now that, like, the moment is upon us. The moment is upon me to actually, like, start making critical decisions about all this stuff. Yeah. But yeah, so I'll keep you guys updated. It'll probably won't be until, like, fall until I'm able to actually hunt it, unless, like, I somehow knock a whole bunch of stuff out. You can open and share content from our Discord server. What do you mean by that great? I mean, there's the advertising channel, and there's the art channel, and then there's the YouTube channel as well. So, like, there's plenty of places to share stuff if you want to share stuff. If you erase all the data from the game, can you get another egg? You cannot. You cannot actually get another egg, Michael. There's 2 saves on the game. There's, like, your save, and then there's the Ranger Net. You can only reset your save. So unless you somehow get lucky and manage to corrupt the entire game, you can't reset it. So there's no way to just, like, reset the game and play it again. They thought about that. Which is why, like, there's only one per cartridge. The way you have to get to the menu, the password menu, is by simultaneously hitting X, left on the D-pad, and the right trigger. It's hidden. It is very well hidden, and it's intended to be. But that's how you get to it. You have a Jigglypuff on your team. Why? Why not? I can't share your content. So you can share our YouTube channels maybe, or some videos. That's what the advertising channel is for that, Gray, so feel free to do it. Speaking of Discord, I totally forgot something. I totally forgot to do a couple things. There we go. Totally forgot about that, and now quit Discord. There we go. There we go. Of course I do that with no volume on. What's up, Cinder? Welcome to the stream. Sorry you're late. You're helping your mom with dinner. That's all good. That's all good. Glad you can be here. Glad you can be in. Yo, what's up, TP? Welcome to the stream. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How about you? Finally, you got some spare time for the stream. Glad to hear it. Glad you can be here, man. Glad to be here. What's up, King Boo PD? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today, man? Cough, cough. Or have a ROM with a save file with the Manaphy egg still on it. Yeah, that's possible, too. But that's not legit. Not that my way is really, like... Not that doing it legit is reasonable or practical for most people. It really shouldn't be reasonable. At the very least, it may be practical, but it's not reasonable. By any means. But I did it anyway, because I had to. I decided it'd be funny if I did this, so then I had to do it, right? Like, that's how a lot of things are with me, is I'm just like, huh, maybe I should do that, like, laughingly, and then I actually, like, you know what, let's do it. And thus I became a shiny hunter. But, yeah, so I feel like it's fitting that that's how it happened. We're gonna try to summon Manaphy. Alright, Michael. Alright. Good luck, because it is a little bit of a quest. But it's not too bad. What's up, Chacario? 90 million, I think. Welcome to the stream. Pearl, y'all know what time it is. Coming to a live stream. Ah, man, I haven't played Splatoon 2 in a while. I need to. While I have decent internet, I should get back into it for a bit. The fact that you're watching a shiny hunt stream means it's shiny hunting time. You're at 1,300 for Cresselia right now. Well, good luck. Good luck, Cinder. I hope you find it soon. Pokemon Ranger is such a weird concept. It really kind of is. It's such an interesting game. But it makes sense, like, if you think about when it came out, it makes sense, because it was, like, emphasize, hey, look, a touchscreen can be used in these games. Like, you don't... The game was so hardcore focused on making sure that people knew to use the touchscreen for other games, like, you know, when Diamond and Pearl would come out, like, a year later. They were so hyper-focused on making, like, the game, like, a touchscreen-based game. You can't even use the keyboard without the touchscreen. Like, you can't use the cursor to, like, move over and, like, hit buttons. Like, you have to use the touchscreen. Like, it's crazy how much the touchscreen is used, and, like, more power to it, obviously. But it really is a weird concept when you think about it, just like drawing circles around a Pokemon to catch it. Let's hope Cresselia doesn't become the next Parisian where you end up having to take a 3-month hiatus. I hope not. That'd be rough. Thought the last Regice was shiny. It happens. It happens with like every single one. I totally get it too. It's pretty crazy. It's not a very distinct shiny. I mean, obviously I haven't seen what it's actually gonna look like in person on my screen, like in game on my screen. You know, because I have a little like animated GIF going in the bottom, but that's about it. Actually, getting the video of it will be interesting to see. Oh, excuse me, like how different it is. So I didn't think Zapdos was gonna be different at all. Do the spinny Beyblade thing to control the Pokemon, but not own it. Yeah, I know, like, it's... I essentially imagine it as, like, it's got string on it, is all I can assume. Like, your spinner has string on it, and, like, it's wrapping it around the Pokemon like a lasso. That's what I have to assume it's like, and that's why, like, stronger Pokemon need more loops. But it really could just be, like, corralling the Pokemon in with a little tiny Beyblade. I don't know, some of the battles in... Or some of the captures, I guess, not really battles, in Ranger, like original Ranger, are pretty rough. Just from, like, the RNG could be horrible, and what could be really, really bad is just how frustrating something like just a really well-composed enemy team was awful. Like, they had something that was tanky and took a bunch of hits, and one that was fast and didn't take a lot, and it's something that could just randomly throw out moves. It's like, well, I'm not catching anything. And then they're all types that, like, you can't find one single effective assist. Like, there were some of those battles that got pretty frustrating, but oh well. Pokemon itself is such a weird concept. Oh, I'm 10, I'm gonna go catch an electric mouse and a tiny ball and make it fight so I can beat the champion of the world. I mean, that just sounds like a normal Tuesday to me. I don't know. I don't know about you guys. Yo, what's up, Vanillix? Welcome to the stream, man. How are you? You're recording a video? That's cool. That's cool, man. You missed it. You missed the last Ranger Egg transfer. I, like, just got through the mission, like, 5 minutes before the stream started, so I was like, you know what? We'll just transfer it on stream. And we did. So you guys all got to witness the final moments of me playing Ranger for, like, the next long while. I don't know how long it'll be until I actually decide, like, it's not torture to play the game again. You did it! Nice, Michael. Nice. It's an average walk in the park, yeah, right? That's why it's a video game, because it's illegal in real life. This is true. This is true. If you had a Houndour and a Growlithe fighting in real life, you would end up in prison. Yeah, you're shiny Pikachu. Awesome, Caleb. Congrats. That's super cool, man. If you don't track me, you're doing the spinning things. I understand. I 100% understand. Most of the battles you're going to deal with in the Manaphy mission aren't bad. The first one is frustrating just to get an RNG. Sometimes the attacks just land on you and there's nothing you can do about it. And then the final one's actually rough. But the rest of it's super simple. Equivalent to what you would expect on that section of the game at the beginning when you had to actually play through that section of the game. So yeah, good luck. Hope it goes super smoothly. Hope you're able to get that egg off it. But also shiny hunting is a weird concept too. Like, imagine if you're an actual trainer in real life, how would software sets even work? We're just going into different dimensions each time and finding the one lucky version of us. And sticking with that one. Didn't see that on Discord. Yeah, I got right up to the end. Like, I think I beat the game the first time in like 10 hours, so I cut that down a significant amount. Like, I beat it in like 10 to a little over 11 hours or something the first time through, and now, yeah, it's like under 6. Which is way faster than before, but I know if I was actually serious about like speedrunning it in some capacity, which I'm not Ranger, not right now, it could go a lot more quickly. It was a lot of playing while like watching TV or eating lunch and stuff, so there's a lot of like me going oops and not like closing the system before looking away for a minute or two. Has anyone told you you look like Shawn Mendes? No one has ever told me that before. I have never heard that one. I've heard from like a different group of people where it makes more sense to hear this, but I've heard I look like the dude who does Engineering Explained and sound like him. But some people are like, yeah, and then other people looked at the person who suggested that weird. But I don't know, so if you're into cars, you might know who that is. But that's the one I've heard before. I've never heard Shawn Mendes. What if you were looking and did see it? I don't know, man. I don't know. Were you? Were you? There wouldn't be soft reset because you could see the Pokemon before you encounter them. But, like, how would you walk away? I don't think you'd be able to just, like, walk away and come back. It's kind of, like, permanently there. Isn't it like just eventually it's going to be shiny when you show up? Heard it from me today. Also, don't know nothing about cars. I mean, like, he's just a dude who does, like, videos on more, like, the mechanical side of cars and, like, why certain engines are certain ways and why certain things are done, and it's really interesting. If you're into that kind of stuff, if you're into automotive stuff, he's a cool guy to check out. But otherwise, yeah, it's probably just gonna be stuff that, like, makes you, like, glaze over completely, because your eyes just glaze over completely, because it doesn't mean anything. But that's like the one comparison I've heard before now. So that's a new one. That's a new one. It's too late at night to use your brain on cars. Totally get it. Totally get it. There's one trainer to be considered the luckiest person in the world, but actually we just manipulated the world several thousand times to get all those shinies. Exactly. I look like Ian. That's a first too, Loot, right there. I've never been told I look like myself before. Slight resemblance to Nathan Drake. Maybe, like, short brown hair, but that's about all I can see there. What's up, Chicken Overlord? Welcome to the stream. I have to train. I don't know the best place to train. In what, Sammy? In what? You never killed a man and said a terrible one-liner. I mean, I've done the second bit of that. Almost certainly I've done the second bit of that. There's no way I haven't gone my whole life without making a terrible one-liner. Killing a person, I can honestly admit, has not happened, and I'm gonna try to keep it that way. Gotta go. Alright, see you later, Caleb. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Hope to see you again soon. Almost ran from a shiny Crabrawler. It was your first time seeing one, and it was a random encounter. If you're paying attention, that's nice, man. Yeah, but no, that's like always scary to think you almost like run away. I almost did that with a random encounter Picky Pack, just because I like didn't. I wasn't paying attention and I wasn't going for Pick Pack, so I was like, whatever, and was about to run before I like noticed real quick. What's up, Woomy? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? I don't know why you freaking love the Reggie music. I'm glad you do, because we've been hearing a lot of it. You still watch, all right, Caleb? All right. Leafgreen, you were on the champions. Last Pokemon, which was Arcanine, you fainted and lost the whole Elite Four because of Arcanine. Yeah, no, it's rough. It's rough. Like, that's definitely what the Elite Four is about, is being super tough and having to battle them all at once, but I don't know where you'd be able to train Leafgreen very well. What's up, Mimikyu Shiny Ultra? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? You've been told to sleep, but you're not leaving until 11,800 for the top hat. Ooh, we'll see if we get to it quickly at Squishy Lad. We'll try our best. The only annoying ones for Ranger are Slacking, Charizard, and Steelix, and Kingdra. Actually, there are a lot of annoying ones. Kingdra's not bad if you can charge up your like partner assist. Slacking is not bad on his own. On its own, Slacking's pretty easy. Just like keep your Styler in the corner and like circle him until he starts to get mad, and then just move your Styler back to the corner and remove as much of your line as you can, and then just go back and do it once he stops. Charizard's rough because, yeah, a lot of times he's a random pattern of the fire. It's not lined up with it, it's hard to get it. And as soon as he like sends out more fire, it doesn't matter if you've kept the circle going, you're losing all your points on it. Which is frustrating. Steelix, if you have a Sneasel, not bad. Not bad at all. Ooh, excuse me. Last night you were soft resetting it into the soft reset. We're pretty sure it wasn't shiny, but you didn't really look too long. It was like, wait a second. No, yeah, there's a lot of those. Fortunately, with the streams and stuff, I'm able to like double and triple check. But no, there's a lot of hunts where it's like, was that what I think it was? You know. So I'm glad that I have the stream for the sake of like peace of mind. That when I look back, it's not bad. Weren't the smartest when you were young. Honestly, the only reason I knew to do that stuff, Michael, is because of the internet, because of Google. I really just wanted to get through those games. But, yeah, no, I totally would have been in the same boat. I'm very stubborn, so I'm just going to circle it faster, and that's all I'm really going to do, and I'm going to circle it more angrily. Like, that's really, like, the extent of it. I still don't think it was shiny, but, like, for those few seconds, we're kind of scary. Oh, I totally get that. Totally get that. Is he like a super tall, lanky dude? Like noodle arms? Only bad thing is that there's no running, which is kind of annoying. A little bit, but the maps aren't too big. You know, there's only 4 towns and all that stuff, so it's not bad. It's not bad. Dribion was a cool hunt for you, and Friend Safari, because after a while you start looking at it, it looks shiny, but it never is ever. I'm sorry, just going insane. I feel that, though. I feel that. Pichu was the same way for me. Hippini, I feel like I may have KO'd some shinies just because I wasn't sure and didn't want to break a chain. You know? Talk to the spinner. Talk to the spinner and making it real fast. Like, it's got to do 2 loops for every loop that I draw with my styler, and that's before the, like, fighting type ability. You beat Mario 64 100% today for the first time. Awesome, Tammy! Congratulations. That's super cool. I haven't played Mario 64. It's one that I know I really do need to get around to at some point, but I've never had an opportunity. I think it'd be cool to play, though. But guys, I am super excited about this Manaphy hunt now. Like, I've been excited about it ever since I, like, thought up my plan for how to do it. I'm super excited I'm going to be able to share it with you guys. It'll explain why there was a time crunch. It'll explain why I couldn't explain it before. All that good stuff. Just gotta give me a couple, probably like a couple weeks for writing a script, reading it, editing a video together, and with how little time I have, I don't know. I'll try to get it out by, like, the time I, like, start classes again. That'll at least, you know, give me a week where I can do stuff that I don't have work. But I'm going to be trying to work on it, like, throughout, like, until I'm done with work before that, too. Nate is good at Crash and he likes Crash. There's the real similarity there. There's a DS game for Mario 64. Really? I was unaware of that, actually. That's probably why the pseudo method is your favorite. It's not easy to fail a shiny. That's true, actually. I can actually respect that. Soft reset, obviously you soft reset over it and it's gone. SOS, you can KO it or you can break the chain. Poker Radar just fails because it wants to fail and screw you. Random encounters are random encounters. Like, it's a... The pseudo method's the one where you can not notice it and you don't just fail it. So I can respect that. I can get behind that one. Obviously, you can still soft reset and be dumb like me, but even then, like, the RNG is still already set. Can't wait for you to start streaming the Manaphy hunt, because like you said, you can't imagine anyone doing that and not streaming it. Yeah, I know, I'm super excited for it. Like I said, the one hesitation is the hunt is more efficient and probably more enjoyable when you're able to do, like, 2 systems at once, like, fully just, like, going back and forth with them. But I can't really stream two systems, so there's a way to do it with just one that's hunting and another that's like used as the like buffer essentially, if that makes sense. And I'd be down for that if it was like the only option, but I'd love to be able to do it with two cap cards. But no, it'll be super exciting. Like, I don't know how many people have actually streamed shiny hunting Manaphy, especially with like 100% legitimate eggs that I can prove are legitimate to at least some extent. All that good stuff. It'll be really fun. The DS version was unique. I'll have to see. I'll have to look at that. I didn't know there was a Mario 64 for DS. That's interesting. I'm not surprised the system can handle it by any means. Like, it's a pretty low intensity game and stuff. Let's go send out Rattata. See, like I said, the first battle is kind of rough, and it's like what you would expect at that point in the game. After you, like, because even if you unlock the Manaphy mission after beating the game once, if you reset your story mode, you have to play the whole story mode again before you can do those Ranger Net missions. So, like, you have to have beaten the game, or the game can at least assume that the game's been beaten. Like, how do you not? Like, how would you not just enable someone to play that? Like, you would expect people to be ridiculously high level. Like, make them all Raticates or something, not Rattatas. Because, yeah, it ends being like, oh, 3 Zubats and, I don't even know. 3 Zubats and, like, a Meowth or something. And it's like, but, like, the 3 Gravelers that you already faced at the beginning are rough. And, like, the last battle is probably the worst one of the 3. Or, of the, like, 2 actually difficult ones. But the rest of them are just, like, generic encounters. Which I'm fine with. I just, you know, you just beat the game. I don't want to, like, play a super difficult thing immediately. That's what they're doing with only one system would be awful. Well, the thing is, like, you need 2, but, like, only hashing them on one system definitely wouldn't be the most fun. The way I can almost imagine it is, as ridiculous as it sounds, with 3 DSs, and one's used to buffer the eggs, and then, like, I don't know. One has the egg buffer, and then you're, like, hatching on one, playing the other up, so that, like, playing the third up to a point where, like, you can trade, and then trading to, I don't know, there's a whole system that I can imagine in my head, but eventually it comes down to, I'd have to, like, be swapping cartridges out every 10 encounters, which I don't know if anything screams breaking the cartridge slot more intensely than that sounds like it does. Mario 64 DS is a lot more used to board. Really? Like, I'm assuming it adds a whole bunch of stuff, whereas it was like a completely new game based in, like, the same area as Mario 64. And 3 new characters, a ton of minigames, and additional of 3 new stars. Okay, so it is like a whole bunch of new stuff. I forgot how good you are at this. I mean, it's probably like a game that once you've played, you remember how to play. It's just, I remember my first playthrough, it was kind of rough, because I was going super slow and being careful with, like, making sure I was, like, doing the circles properly and all that stuff. And by the end of it, I was just, like, furiously scribbling on the screen, hoping that it eventually, like, captured. Just because you realize, like, time is of the essence. And sloppy circles are just as good as circles. Had it, but sold it, but you want it back. But it's expensive. It is kind of expensive, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Pokemon games don't lose value. They tend to go up in anything. Like, look at Heart Gold Soul Silver. It's like $60 for just the cartridge now. Like, think about that. Games that are almost 10 years old are more expensive for just the cartridge than, like, brand new games for a newer system. By the time the Switch, like, Gen 8 comes out, like not Let's Go, but the games after Let's Go come out, Heart Gold Soul Silver are still going to be more expensive than, like, full-fledged Switch games. Like, that's mind-blowing to me at how, like, well they keep value. And, like, when you look at spin-offs are still, like, $20. Which is another massive barrier for, like, the Manaphy hunt. So I totally understand why people haven't done it. Make sure you still have some on the third game's save file. Just imagine if it turns out the Lucky TID and SID are in the third game all along. That's what I was saying. Like, basically the second and third game would be what you hatch it on, and you just swap those cartridges into like the capture system. And then the like buffer system is like my Pearl copy that I've been trading them all to, because the Pearl copy can't hatch shiny Manaphy's. Like that just, unless I reset the save on it, it cannot hatch shiny Manaphy's. Like that's just how it is. So my diamond and my platinum would be what I use for that, but I don't know, it still feels like there's way more convolution there than there really needs to be. It ends up in a situation where I wouldn't really need a third. I wouldn't need a third copy. The like buffer, the Pearl in that case would be like useless. The problem is just swapping out the cartridges every single encounter. Like, or every 10 encounters. You know, think about on odds, that would be 810, no, like, yeah, 810, like, swaps of cartridges. That's probably as much as the, like, DS is rated for before you start, like, messing up the contacts and it starts wearing out. I don't know, that'd be a lot on the system for me. I guess you can fail on the pseudo method hunt. If you soft reset after getting the shiny, then yes. Or just if you don't save, yes. Yeah, you considered, you also considered the game you transferred the Manaphy Egg to originally would be the buffer game, which would eliminate the possibility of the third game hosting the shiny entirely. Like, it's a whole thing. The problem is, like, trying to make it efficient and cheap, and this hunt doesn't like letting you do that. No, because like I mentioned before, I have the dilemma of I want to get a new 3DS just because I don't like taking my capture card places. Understandably, I would hope. Just because it's expensive and fragile and all this stuff, and it's been really nerve-wracking taking it with me to work and stuff to play on my lunch breaks. Just because I want to get this Ranger, I just wanted to get Ranger beat and all that stuff. And like my current system's dying. The touchscreen's gone bad. The battery's gone bad. I think the contacts are starting to go bad on the inside. Like it's all around seen its life. It's had a good life. So I'd like to get a new system just for like off-camera play. But I also want to get a second cap card for that hunt, and I don't think I can do both. Which is unfortunate, but yeah. So I gotta figure all that stuff out. Obviously the Regice hunt, all the Gen 3 legends, and like Charmander and all this stuff have to happen before I even consider switching over to that Manaphy hunt. So that's a whole ordeal, stuff like that. So I'm not too concerned about it, like in the immediate moment. But it'll be interesting in the future. You gotta go. Sorry, good luck. Alright, see you later, squishy lads. Sorry you couldn't see the top hat, man. I will make sure to have it for you next time. Alright. Remind me, if you do join the Discord, remind me there, and I'll make sure to put it on them before the stream on Thursday. You know, I'll see you later, man. What's up, Z-Sand? Welcome to the stream. It's been a while since I streamed. Yeah, it's been since Friday. I don't stream on weekends, and I meant to stream yesterday, but I got home from work, and I had a headache, and my stomach was upset. Presumably, I was a little bit dehydrated, but I took the time off to work on some other stuff related to YouTube and things, so I don't think it was a wasted day by any means, but unfortunately, I'm glad to be back here. We went down a long journey of Manaphy eggs. No, but yeah, I went down that long path, and I'm glad I did. I think it'll be fun in the end. It'll definitely be worth it. I'll be one of the people who can say they have a shiny Manaphy, like a legitimate shiny Manaphy, and I don't know how many people can actually say that. Now that you've gotten Virizion, you're wondering which of us will get Shiny Cresselia first, because that's a significantly closer hunt for you than Virizion is. That's true. That's true. I don't know. The Regis have to be nice to me first, and Regice isn't. Regice really isn't playing nice with us right now, which is unfortunate. But hopefully it plays nice soon. The Journaphy. That's what it's really been. It's been the Journaphy. because when did I post the first picture of me finding a Manaphy egg? Over a month ago at this point, right? I'm pretty sure it's been over a month since I posted the Manaphy egg that I first got. I'm not 100% sure. I can probably go check somewhere. But it has been a significant amount of time. 10 eggs later, we are set for the hunt. Like, it'll be fun. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I am a little bit tired. The excitement of finishing that up and the relaxation of finishing that up and knowing that, like, one of the big tasks that I've had is done and settled. The new tablet, your new tablet has never been low battery since you kept it charged, and you never realized it made a sound to alert you when it's low battery. It just happened, startled you. That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. Venusaur and 2 Scyther, great. Yup. Yup. The one other actually difficult battle in the whole thing. Like, you've got a whole bunch of Rattatas and a Scyther and a Meowth. And that's about it, aside from, like, having to catch the Swellow yourself. And then, yeah, you have the Growlers at the beginning, and you have 2 Scyther and a Venusaur at the end. Like, the 2 battles, like, they just bookend the whole thing with, like, rough battles. What's up, Kyle, Brian, and Patrick Bishop? Welcome to the stream, guys. For the record, you're very easily startled, so it's not surprising that this startled you. I'd probably jump a little bit, I won't lie. Yeah, no, that was... I can totally understand that, though. Like, if you've been using it for a while, and, like, it's never made that noise, and then it just suddenly decides that it's time to make that noise. Coworkers have learned that about you, and they, like, take advantage of it. That's what friends do, right? Or coworkers. You know? You gotta pass the time somehow. You're okay, Holly? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Got the final Manaphy egg for my Manaphy hunt. I got that finally, which was a crazy ordeal. More Manaphy eggs than most people have. Yeah, so that was... I'm glad that that's done. I'm done playing Ranger. I played too much Ranger. At least 60 hours of it. Potentially more. I know more. Because... yeah, if I looked at the amount of playtime on the systems, I know it would be way more. But it was a fun one. And I'm glad I did it, and I'm gonna be really excited when we do the hunt. But I need a break. I need to stop drawing circles over and over again. Come on, Regis up here already. You're sick of hearing your battle theme over and over again. Yeah, but after Regice was Registeel, which is the exact same battle theme. Yeah. Maybe it can be like Regirock and just show up almost immediately, though, and we can call it good. That'd be nice. I think you're pushing... your A-pushing skills are through the roof. So much A-pushing, and some B-pushing, too. You can skip the like, journal a little bit faster in Leafgreen if you press B. Oof, you're right. I know. Regice is making this difficult. Hopefully Registeel apologizes for his siblings here. I think both of them went over odds, right? Or no, Regirock was significantly under. Yeah, hopefully everything plays out nice, though. Oh man, I'm excited. I want to do, like, I totally forgot about the Regis, I'll be honest, and I was like, heck yeah, Gen 3. So the fact that they're at the front of it's probably good. It builds the anticipation for some hunts that I think are a bit more anticipated by, like, everyone. Like, I think a lot of us want the Weather Trio and the Eon Duo. So those will be fun to get to. Those will be really, really fun to get to after the Regis. You counted and there's 14 different Wormhole Legendaries to hunt in between Regice and Cresselia, so you think you can safely say you will be very upset if you get a Shiny Cresselia before you do. I would imagine that as well. I can't imagine you. I can't imagine you taking longer than me to get there, especially with how long it's taking to get to Regice. Yo, Poca Flexi, thank you for that super chat donation. I seriously appreciate it. I don't know if you guys heard that sound or not. I did not. It should have made a like noise. If it didn't, I'll look into that after the stream. But Poca Flexi, seriously, thank you for that super chat donation, and everyone show Poca Flexi some love in the chat. What's up, X Rider? Welcome to the stream, man. Donation hype indeed. Indeed. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. Super chat hype. So much hype. And those hype emotes going into use. It's not $1, it's €1. It is €1. It's even nicer, technically. So seriously, Pokeflexy, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And yo, Pokeflexy again. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? I seriously do appreciate that. And guys, let me know, are you hearing the noise? Are you guys hearing the noise? Or do I need to, like, update the... I think all I need to do is go in here and update that. But seriously, Pokeflexy, I do appreciate that so much, man. Double donation hype. Double, 1 second. Yeah, I think I just need to refresh those, and maybe they'll be working. Or I could completely mess up OBS. Gen 3 Legends after the Regis, I think you all know what I'm excited for. I mean, technically the Regis are Gen 3 Legends, but yeah, no, it'll, And yeah, Pokeflexy, what are you doing? What are you doing? 2x height, 3x height, triple height. Seriously, man, I do seriously appreciate that so much. But, what was it? Responding to? Yeah, there we go, I did fix it. There you go. But yes, I mean, these are technically Gen 3 Legends, but... Now, the ones everyone's looking forward to, the mascots, the Eon Duo, all that stuff's to come. Once a Europe and know what a Europe currency looks like. I mean, that is the Euro sign though, right? If I'm not mistaken, that is the Euro. What's up, Mariah Evans? Welcome to the stream. How have you been doing? How have you been? It's been a little while. I feel. Yo, Cinder, what? What? See Super Chats and can't just sit here watching this and not join in. Cinder, some hype for Cinder, guys, as well as Pokeflexy. You guys are too nice to me. You guys are too nice. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. I don't know if that one sounded. What is going on with Super Chat? I'll have to check out all that stuff. I think some volume settings got messed up. But seriously, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. And how's it going, Pokeflexy? Seriously, man, thank you so much for that Super Chat donation. The Super Chat donations, I seriously appreciate that. We're playing Lego Marvel Avengers. Nice, Mariah. That's super cool. $5 We're on a roll. I know. The donation train. I don't think we've ever had a train like that happen donation-wise. Like, back to back. The voice cracks. It's getting emotional. It's getting emotional. But seriously, guys, I do appreciate that. It's all in thanks for being a good and entertaining streamer. Well, I'm glad that you guys enjoy these streams. Seriously. Because, like... I just want to make stuff that I enjoy, and I'm glad that you guys all enjoy it too, because it makes it so much more fun. So much more fun. What's up, Pika Sum? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Oh, you're in the post-story stuff. Nice. That's awesome, Mariah. That's awesome. 3 years you can buy something, you know? Something. 3 times as much as what you could buy with €1. Which is fact. Maybe we can bribe a Charmander with it. bribe it to be shiny with a little bit of money. Now I have some and I can do it. Finish the event. Nice, nice, Michael. So you have a copy of some Gen 4 game to trade it off to? I'm sorry if you guys heard the dogs like run across the house. Someone's at the door, I guess. $75. This is true. This is true, Z-Sad. Now they're up back. I'm sorry if you guys hear the dogs barking away. They get really excited at the most random of things. It happens. You have Diamond right in front of you. Nice! Nice. So just get a second DS or a second 3DS. And it's super simple to follow the steps. Just like go to the egg in Ranger and set it to trade. Like you set the egg to transfer and stuff. That's pound Vanillix. That's like British pounds. Ode to Charmander, please shine. I know, if it could shine soon, that'd be fantastic. And Chili Squash, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. It seems like the sound's just... Oh, I know what that is. I know what it is. There we go. Something decided to turn down... Something decided to turn down my OBS. That's what it was. So there we go. Now the volume's fixed. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. If Regice could shine soon, that would be cool. It would be quite cool. I gotta agree there. Especially with that pun. How could I ignore the pun? You found a shiny Nidoran in silver. Awesome, Pikachu. Awesome, that's super cool. And a shiny in, like, Gen 2 is just, like, the gateway into even more shinies. Does Heart Gold work? I don't think Heart Gold would work for the transfer over. I'm not 100% sure. But I know Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, because it specifically says, like, you have to trade it to Sinnoh. Like, that's kind of like the whole idea is, like, you're giving a Sinnoh trainer it, which is super far away or whatever. Like it says at the end of the mission. So I don't know if Heart Gold and Soul Silver would work for it, but I know for a fact Diamond, Pearl, Platinum all work for the transfer. Like, you just gotta boot them up. You gotta boot up both of them, and then before you get the title screen on whatever your Sinnoh game is, click send the egg or transfer the egg or whatever on Ranger. What's up, Chili Squash? Welcome to the stream. You got a shiny Charmander after 10 eggs last week. Nice, dude. Congratulations. That's super cool. And again, thank you, man, for the sub. I appreciate that. As well as I appreciate the sub. Not only because it means that you enjoy the streams and want to stick around and see more and be part of this awesome community, it also was the sign that I needed to check my volume, so the notifications are all fixed. It does? Okay. Well, then listen to Vanillix. Because I'm not actually 100% sure, again, on which games it transfers to. Any Gen 4 or 5 game can get the Manaphy Egg. 5 games can? Huh. I didn't know the 5 game could. Gen 5's good. So you counted and you did 10 Wormhole Legend runs already. So since one of them did take way longer than it should, it was assumed it'll take another 6 months to do 14 hunts. Which it'll take to get to hunting Cresselia. It could seriously take that long, and I'm not surprised at all. No, yeah, we've had a couple that are like super, super long, and then we've had some that aren't super long. Hopefully we get a bunch of the shorter ones from here on out, but we'll see. We will see. Yeah, so, I don't know. I'll admit, my knowledge on exactly the transferring process and limits of the Manaphy Egg transfer, I'm not close up to date on. It'll take half a year to do this. It could take like another whole year, if not more, to go through all of these. Like, it's potentially gonna be like hunting all the way up till Let's Go comes out, taking a break for Let's Go, and then hopping back into these hunts later on. Like, it seriously could do that, or like I could get lucky and get them all in the next like month. Guess the Pokemon that's hard to catch in Gen 1? A lot of them, but I'm gonna say Mewtwo. Mewtwo can be a rough one. Abra would be rough too. That's just your estimate on how much it would take to get to Cresselia. You didn't even consider any of the Gen 5 or 6 legends after that, so you do another estimate. I would say it'd be about a year from now until we get it. Simply because Gen 6 doesn't add too much, but Gen 5 adds a whole bunch, as well as like the end of Gen 4, depending on where Cresselia is in Gen 4. You can get them in Gen 5 as you remember using a GTS code, which will give you random Pokemon to use to get a lot of mana. It's interesting. Math estimates. So exciting. Seeing people hatch the Manaphy egg in Gen 5. Cool. Cool. Yeah, no, I'm just doing this one in Gen 4, because that's where it's at. But I'm definitely going to be trading it up to, or at least one of the Manaphy's, because they'll have 10. I'll trade them up to Gen 6 or 7, so I can do some Fion hunting in it. Currently hunting Shiny Gift, Aerodactyl, and Ultramoon. I'm pretty sure it'll go over odds, but whatever. Hey, that happens from time to time. That'll happen, and then you just gotta deal with it, and you'll get another Pokemon later that takes way less than odds. Like, just look at the legendary hunts I've done. Some of them take for freaking ever, and some of them happen in 30 encounters. Like, it's a coin toss when you're gonna get it. It's a very, very heavily weighted coin toss. Cresselia is the last legendary in the Cinedex. All others afterwards are mythical. Cool, cool. Well, yeah, then that means legitimately you just have Gen 5 and Gen 6 Pokemon to do afterwards. So yeah, I could definitely see that being like 6 months to Cresselia, 6 months to the end of the legendaries, and then a little bit longer for the Ultra Beasts. But I don't know how long those would take. Like I said, it's really just a coin toss. Which is worse, Shiny Regice or Shiny Zapdos? I'd have to actually see Regice shine on my screen to give a like proper opinion, but from the looks of it, Zapdos is a bit better because it's a bit more noticeable. Overall, both of them already have good colors. Like, I have no issues with the actual color of the Pokemon. So for me it wouldn't be like, for me, like, they're not bad Shinies. Like, in terms of, like, they aren't ugly Shinies, they're just not exciting Shinies. Props to you, though, for Regice. You won 100 encounters for your partner to handle the back-to-back Shinies. The Shinos. Oh, yeah, like, it happens, but I've definitely had them personally. The Shinos, I like that one. But yeah, I've definitely had them. I've definitely had that. I totally understand why like someone would not want to deal with them. But we're dealing with it. We're going through with it. I want to do them in dex order, and if I push one off, I'm going to start pushing a whole bunch off. And then I'll just do the exciting ones, and then I won't have any others that I really want to do or that you guys really want to see. So if I just do the series in like a set order, we'll get through it and we'll enjoy it, and it'll be a fun time. After Cresselia, there are 11 more, so if you count Regice, there's 15 left until you get to Cresselia. Counter Cresselia, there's 12 more once you get to Cresselia. Okay. Okay, yeah, I mean, there's a bunch in Gen 5. There's, what, 10 in Gen 5 then? And then, like, tack on Ultra Beasts and stuff at the end of that. But, yeah, no, I could easily see this being, like, another year of being the majority of our hunts. Because, yeah, Poipole was December until, like, almost February. Or it was until February. Then Gen 1 took until part of the way through March. Gen 2 took until, like, not even a month ago, I guess. Not 100% sure there. But Gen 2 took until fairly recently. So Gen 3's essentially those two generations combined almost. So these could take, like, several months. 9 in Gen 5, 2 for Kalos, Cresselia itself. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Bulbasaur, that's a good shiny, but Venusaur and Ivysaur aren't as good because of the gold flower that just looks out of place. I can understand that. Don't know yet about Let's Go, you might get one. I keep hearing things where, like, I kind of like where they're going with it, I kind of don't like where they're going with it. I'm not a fan of this, like, extra stuff you've got to do before the gym. That's a little bit annoying. I know a lot of people are concerned about that, because, like, what if I want to do a type-only run and, like, you have to go catch this other type? I totally understand. This is such an introductory game. Like, it is a game that is meant to get someone who is, like, almost afraid of getting into Pokemon as, like, lightly as possible. So I understand why they're doing things a certain way. But at the same time, come on. Let us just play the game. Stuff like that. So, like, I'm excited about Let's Go. I'm gonna definitely get it. I'm definitely gonna attempt to stream it. But at the same time, I don't know. We'll see if I like it or not. We'll see if I keep playing it afterwards. Again, that's the big question, isn't am I gonna play it, it's am I gonna keep playing it? You're trying to transfer, but it won't let you. Like, what game are you trying to transfer it to, Michael? Because I know, like you probably saw at the beginning, for me, it was very iffy if it, like, accepts it. Like, sometimes it just goes okay and lets you do it, and other times it doesn't. It's weird. You say about 1/3 done with the Wormhole Legends, so your estimate for when you should get the whole thing would be done is around when Gen 8 comes out. That would almost be, like, perfect timing, but I want to do more SOS hunts on stream. I'll be completely real with you guys. SOS hunting is my jam. Part of the reason that I want to get a new 3DS is so that I can do SOS hunting off stream on Sun again. All of that good stuff. I really want to do all that, but I haven't been able to recently. You know, work and all of that definitely puts a damper on continuing to play a game. The more you hear about it, the less hype you get. I understand that. It's definitely not the game that's geared towards the hardcore players. And I'm not sure if that bodes well for hardcore players when it comes to the actual, like, main series, or if it's bad for mainline players and it means that this is what's going to, like, creep into the main series over time. It'll be interesting. Like, maybe this will be where they can put all of the, like, more hand-holdy type stuff and they can just give us a game that is, like, we know you've probably played Pokemon before. Play this. If you need to hit up tutorials, we'll put them in as sparsely as we did with Gen 1. Like, if they do that, cool, I'm fine with it. But no, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see, and obviously I'm hopeful that it turns out for the best. That's considering a little bit of time taken out for Let's Go, but not considering the Manaphy hunt. If you take a break from Wormholes to the Manaphy hunt, it would take significantly longer. It would. Diamond froze. Ooh. Yeah, I had that happen with Pearl once. Didn't end up, like, fortunately it didn't kill the transfer, it just, like, hung up before it even got to the point of transferring. But yeah, no, those games are notorious for having their freezes here and there. Masuda said he wanted to bring hardcore players to Let's Go too, but Masuda, it's basically a tutorial mode. Like, we'll see how much of this stuff ends up being tutorials and not. One of my big things is, like, Masuda didn't rule out the possibility of a Pokemon being eventually tradable from Let's Go to, like, newer games, and people are taking that as, like, a main series, which he hasn't ruled out, but he also worded it as, like, future titles, which could just mean that we're gonna get more Let's Go-esque games. stuff like that. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe they won't transfer over as full-fledged Pokemon, or if they come over, they can't come back, and they get a whole new set of stats. Who knows? Who knows exactly how it's going to happen, but we'll see. We'll see what goes down. And, you know, we'll see what goes down in like 4 months when we get Let's Go, and we'll see what goes down in a year when we get the actual games. Or not actual, but like, you know, Gen 8 games. This Generation 5 graphics, you'd love the 3D graphics Gen 6. But up the Gen 5 graphics will always be your favorite. Understandable. A lot of people like it, some people dislike it. I'm personally in the I'm not used to it yet camp. So like I feel like I'll end up liking it, but I don't at the moment. It has a lot of problems freezing. It does, and that's honestly mildly concerning for this hunt. I'll be real. It finally worked. Yeah, like I said, it takes some tries. Like they like refuse to communicate for a bit, but it eventually works. What's up, Haunted Freezer? Welcome to the stream. You're stuck babysitting. Keep me in your prayers. Good luck, Haunted Freezer. I hope babysitting goes well. Probably because Black's your first game. Yeah, I mean, if that's what you're used to, it makes sense. A guy called Hamster Bomb hatched a shiny Manaphy and 3 eggs. I saw that video. No, I'm excited for our hunt. Hopefully, honestly, I'll be real. I hope it takes at least a week of hunting. I don't want to have just spent months of my life playing Ranger to get it with 3 eggs. Like, if I get it with 3 eggs, it means that that 3rd egg I could have been done with and immediately not have had to deal with it anymore. But if that happens too, at the same time, it's like, we got a Manaphy ridiculously quickly. What is going on? Why do you keep sending messages early? That's kind of why you're glad you did in Gen 5. You like its sprite so much in Gen 5. It wasn't look at. I totally get that though, like randomly hitting enter. But I also get like, yeah, if you grew up with those graphics or got into the game with those, they're definitely going to be the ones you're most familiar with and all that stuff. You can only hope and see what happens. Exactly. Exactly. There's no real way to force it to happen or anything. You transfer the egg, do you save and hatch it, or what? Because you're confused now. So you transfer the egg, it's automatically going to save. Go ahead, pick it up from the guy at a Pokemart, like a Pokemon. Don't hatch it on that game, or I mean you can, just don't save once it's hatched, because it can't possibly be shiny on the game you just got it on. If you want to actually hunt for it, again, you can look up Shiny Collector 98's video on it. He has a really good one. Or follow my very convoluted instructions I'm about to say live without any editing and probably totally wrong and assuming stuff. So basically, the save that you have it on now cannot have it be shiny. Like, there's no chance. There is 0 chance of it being shiny. Not even 1 in 8,192. Every game you trade it to has that chance, though. Every save you trade it to. And basically, you'll trade it to a save, hatch it. If it's not shiny, you'll soft reset, and trade it to a new save on either that old cartridge or just on a different cartridge. And hatch it there. If it's shiny, keep it. If it's not, soft reset without saving, and trade the egg to another system. Yo! We're getting raided. What is up, Raiders? Welcome to the stream from StreamEgg Raid. Welcome, Raiders. StreamEgg, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. I seriously appreciate it. Welcome, everyone. Raiders hype. Raider hype. Raid hype. StreamEgg hype. Pretending you didn't say Raider. I'll pretend. But welcome, everyone. How are you guys doing today? StreamEgg, what is up, man? Thank you for the raid. How was your stream, dude? How'd it go? How did it go, man? And seriously, welcome, everyone. How is everyone doing today? You're in the raid. Awesome. What's up, Aman Ramen? Welcome to the stream, coming in from the raid. And welcome every other raider I didn't get to say the name of. The raid is just so hype. The names all go by too quickly. MT, what is up? Welcome for Salt Smasher. We got some 2K. Well, thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah, we hit 2K over not this weekend, but the weekend before. And it was super dope. It was super cool hitting it. You know, it's been a long time coming, and I'm so glad we were able to do it. And it's all because of people like you, awesome people like you coming in and subbing to the streams and stuff. Just say hype over and over again. Hype, 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 hype. 34 watching now. I know! It's insane. What's up, Aiden Reyes? Welcome to the stream. How have you been? How have you been? It's been a while. What's the best way Shiny Entei on Leafgreen before post-game and after you've got the starter of those Snorlaxes and got the EV? If you've got all the scripted Pokemon, you're just gonna do random encounters. There's not really a method. There's no way to increase your odds, and there's no way to like force it to be a certain Pokemon at that point. 2K hype indeed, Karai. How's it going, Karai? How are you doing? Got Cobalion! Nice! Nice stream pick. Congrats, man. That's super cool. Congratulations. Hopefully, I can get lucky soon. But seriously, a lot of school. I totally get that, Aiden. I totally get that. Seriously, StreamEgg, thank you for the raid. Guys, if you haven't been to StreamEgg's channel, definitely go check it out. He is an awesome dude who also does shiny hunts and stuff. Leave him a sub for sure. He definitely deserves it. Swana, and you call it Maswana. Nice! Nice StreamEgg. That's awesome, dude. It's very nice shiny. Hold the Swords of Justice have nice shinies. They do. They do. Cobalions is pretty nice. I can't wait to get it. Still not Charmander. We are. We are, and we're coming up on almost 12,000 encounters. Hopefully, though. Too kind. No, dude. You are the super kind one for sure. You definitely deserve it. You know? Always showing me love. I love showing some love back for sure. I need to get a shiny female Esper or a shiny Rowlet. Interesting. Good luck indeed on that. Yeah, hopefully one of these guys can shine soon for us. Got about 30 minutes for it to do so. Keldeo is your favorite Sword of Justice shiny with the green instead of blue. Favorite of the three is Terrakion. ASMR for the raid. It's a special occasion. Like I said, the mic doesn't actually do ASMR. I can just like whisper into it, or not even whisper, just like talk softly. Because when I whisper, it gets really like nasally almost, and that's no good. They just want to throw that ball at Gary. I know, right? It's gonna be so hype when we finally get it. I don't even know what I'm gonna do at this point, like, once I get it. Like, in the moment, anything can happen. Because we've been hunting this for almost a year now. Like, I started last August, and we're still going. Oh, there you go, ASMR. Oh boy. I am definitely not the ASMR person. Someone needs to guess what your favorite shiny Sword of Justice is, because it's totally not obvious at all. Not at all. Couldn't ever guess it. It's never been brought up in my streams or your streams or anything. I know the first thing you'll do when you see the Charmander, itch the nose. Definitely. Definitely. It's gonna be on the list of things to do with it. Once I remember how to, like, use my hands again. Verizon Wireless. Verizian Wireless. Once you get the egg, it'll say it may be close to hatching. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's not a long hatch. Even without Flame Body, it doesn't take too long to hatch it. And especially once you have, like, 10, because I don't know why I did that. Like, I know why I did it, but I can't believe I actually, like, went out and played Ranger 9 times and lucked out once and that the egg was already available to trade. Yeah, no, it's an interesting hunt for sure, and like, I'm glad it doesn't take too long to hatch it. Regis are so weird. A little bit. A little bit. They've always been an interesting group of Pokemon. From their looks to the way you find them. It's a sure pleasure to raid you again, Jangmo-o Charmander. You'll get it soon, my friend. Alright, see you later. See you later for Salt Smasher. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming in with a raid. Thanks for coming in with a raid, man. For some reason, don't know why, when you first saw Rayquaza, you thought it was an alternate form of Verizian. Really? That's interesting. I wonder how. I wonder how you come across that. stay thirsty and drink responsibly, my friends. Alright, see you later. Ah, well, we named it. Ah. Oh well. Oh well, maybe the screaming one will be, maybe the screaming one will be the shiny. What's up, John DePietri? Welcome to the stream. Got a shiny Poliwag in Pokemon Quest? Nice! Nice. Nope, nope. Screaming Charmander is not it. Poochyena. Gotta get some sleep. See you later. Alright, see you later, Chili Squash. Thanks for tuning in. Let's translate. Konnichiwa. Hello. I wonder what the Charmander nickname will be. We'll have to figure one out. You're in California, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna read someone Japanese off. I mean, I don't know, it's still weird. It's still a little weird to, like, use Japanese outside of a classroom, for sure. It's not funny. I mean, it's not, but, like, it's just that, like, awkward, like, I don't know what I'm doing, this is weird laugh. Because, like, I'm so used to, like, speaking in class in Japanese and, like, talking to, like, a set group of, like, 30 people for 2 years in Japanese. So when it's suddenly, like, on the internet for everyone to see, like, unedited, it's weird. Seriously, not what it thinks. I don't know. You haven't had any confirmation on it, and I don't know what he looks like, so I can't really agree or disagree. 11,820 on Charmander. We'll see, Aiden. We'll see. I think it's the horns on Rayquaza's head. You saw Cynthia with it. And you not having any knowledge of any other generations, just assumed it was a form of Virizion. Okay. I can almost see that then. If, like, that's your knowledge base. Can you do it? Sure, go for it, man. Go for it. I'll have to check it out after the stream. I closed down Discord and everything to make sure, like, no random noises pop up and I'm not distracted and stuff. But I'll look at it after the stream and see if I agree. I'm not 100% sure I will, but we'll see. I took classes in college the past couple of years, so I can speak a little bit. Hello, Buneary. Another mistake he made was that Skitty evolved into Snorlax. I totally understand that. If you don't know what the evolutions are, I can actually... They've got a similar facial expression. Like, when you actually look at it, it doesn't make too much sense, but if you're just looking at the faces, I can understand that. So the tail of Charmander is like a light source. He shines when it's a shiny, so maybe a gray. For his light bulb, we'll have to see what we can do, Tammy, because in the Japanese versions of the game, you actually don't have nearly as many characters to use for nicknames. You can only use 5. So it'll be interesting if it'll be interesting to see what we can name it. Most likely we'll end up having to, like, name it in Japanese. It could be like an English word but written in Japanese just to, like, keep it in the character limit, because there's only, like I said, only 5. 2,000 on Regice, we'll see about that. I mean, it wasn't 2,000 unfortunately, but we'll see about. We'll see if it happens today. You got Shiny Zapdos in Pokemon Go. Nice, Ash. Congratulations. Congratulations on that. Our teacher in 4th grade used to always say konnichiwa when she walked in the class. You just didn't know it. I mean, it's like saying hola or something. It's just kind of known. Or like, it's fairly well known, and if you hear it, like, you'll eventually hear it enough, just randomly mentioned. It makes, like, you just make the connection eventually, even if you don't know the rest of the language. You'll call Charmander Banana Candle because it looks like one. Like, we figured out we could actually name it Banana. That's as close as we can get, though, to Banana Candle. Yeah, if we write it in Japanese, we can name it Banana. That's about it. Feels nostalgic reminiscing on the mistakes you made as a Pokemon noob. I mean, I didn't even know that, like, type effectiveness was a thing. I legitimately thought that when something wasn't very effective, it was just like, it just wasn't effective that time, and was wondering, like, why I was doing so poorly with, like, a Blastoise against, like, Venusaur or something. And, like, critical hits I thought were just, like, again, somewhat... So I was always very confused, because I thought, like, effectiveness was just, like, them saying kind of how much damage it did or whatever, which is right, but not how I was thinking about it. So I was like, wow, how's that super effective when it did, like, nothing? When you hunt Groudon, you'll get it shiny before 32 encounters. I would like that. I would definitely like that. Blue Alex Gaming, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Banana. If only we could use emojis in Pokemon names. Fourth grade teacher to Melodica, that's cool. I mean, that's like, hello, how are you? Again, that falls into the category of, like, you kind of... I feel like everyone's exposed, at least in the US, to Spanish enough to understand that much. As well as... I did take Spanish for all of, like, primary and secondary education, but I just never was interested enough to continue it afterwards. Good job. I'm glad I can do well and do well enough for your standards here. As that, what do you like to do? I believe that's what that is, but I don't know. I don't know, we're hitting the limits of my Spanish skills here. I'd never be able to, like, come up with that sentence off the top of my head if you asked me to, but... I think I can translate it. I think I translated it, I'm not sure. What do you like to do? Okay, so I was close to being right? What's up, Snorlax is my real name. Welcome to the stream. Just got back from vacation down south and had no Wi-Fi. Well, welcome back to the stream. How are you doing? Why don't you just use Masuda Method for Shiny Charmander? Because I want to hunt the Shiny in Gen 3. If I wasn't doing it in Gen 3, I couldn't really hunt it on stream, because I only have the one capture system. If I do any more Charmanders, they'll definitely be by, like, Island Scan or Masuda Method or something. But just for this hunt specifically, we're doing it this way. So I have a Charmander when I have a Shiny Charmander when I, like, play through Leafgreen and some Japanese practice. Alright, see you later, Stream Egg. Thank you again for the raid, man. I really do appreciate that, for sure. And seriously, I hope to be able to catch one of your streams soon. I always have such a tight schedule, but I'm gonna try to make it for one, man. Again, thank you so much. This is the end of the pick. I don't know if you're crazy, but this is your opinion. I'll look. I'll see what my opinion is on it. Gold star. Well, thank you, Vanilla. And again, Jackson Lynn, welcome to the stream. Never welcome to you, but welcome to the stream, man. How are you doing today? Who's after Regice and Charmander? After Regice will be Registeel. And after Charmander, we're going to be hopefully hunting Ralts. In Emerald, we'll see if it actually ends up being Ralts. You know, it's an interesting one. Just because, like, we're essentially random encountering and we don't actually know what the RNG is. As well as whenever we're dual hunting, we'll just be true random encountering. So yeah, hopefully I can get through that quickly and get back to that shiny badge quest. It's been a while. Hope Shiny Regice appears after 2017 because that's the year you finished high school. We'll see, Ash. We'll see. What do you think RNG abuse is cheating? RNG abuse and, like, Emerald, I don't know. It's definitely a gray area as far as, like, you know, cheating or not, but it is, I would consider them legit shinies. Legitimate at the very least. They're not gem or anything, but they are kind of clones, and they are a little bit on the cheesier side, a bit more like the slipping through the crack side of it, but I've been doing it for the shiny badge quest. I think it makes it a little bit more fun when I can, like, just stream for a day or two and get a shiny and go right into the quest and into, like, the next part of the shiny badge quest. They're not waiting once in between episodes like we are now because of freaking Charmander that I decided to hunt as, like, my first thing back with dual hunting. But yeah, so I don't personally have a problem with the RNG abuse. I'll, like, always keep a mental note that, like, they are RNG abused. But I can say at the very least that my Treecko that I got for my first shiny was not. So that's cool. So your favorite Pokemon, everyone uses Heracross. Mine is Rowlet. It's not obvious, like, the Decidueye hood that my avatar wears, as well as the shiny Rowlets that are used in the sponsor badges and such. Get a Pokeball and get that Pooch. I mean, I could get so many Poochyenas. I could finish the shiny badge quest now if we counted Poochyenas, like each individual Poochyena as a separate Pokemon. But I don't want to do that because those are true clones. Don't you think RNG abuse makes you less appreciate those shinies in your opinion? Yes, it does. I can get that. I can get behind that. To be fair, looking at it as well, there are people who will say that simply about, like, any shiny hunting method, and again, I respect that and stuff. But, like, yeah, I totally feel like things like my Poochyena and potentially anything else I get through that kind of RNG abuse method won't necessarily have the same intensity of, like, excitement that I get when I get like Charmander when that happens, for example. And I personally wouldn't say that that's, like, a bad thing. Some shinies are more exciting than others. It happens, and like I said, I'm gonna, like, keep a mental note that they are RNG abused in my head for sure. But it's more for the, like, fun of the shiny badge quest and, like, just messing with Emerald a bit. Like, if you go back and look through my archive at, like, my 1,000 subscriber special, we caught, like, 9 shiny Poochyenas in a day because of RNG abuse, just for the fun of it. I think there's an enjoyment to be had from exploiting a game's problems, as long as you don't, like, pass it off as, like, some random encounter full odds shiny in Gen 3 or something. What is RNG abuse? So in Emerald and Dead Battery, Ruby, and Sapphire, you will find that the random number generation and, like, the randomness of shinies isn't random, and shinies happen at a very specific time from the moment you turn the game on every time, and you can abuse that. You can, like, RNG abuse. You can abuse that to, like, force yourself to get shinies. If you know what the timing is, you can essentially make an encounter happen on that exact time, that exact frame. And sorry, my nose is so itchy, guys. And it'll make it be a shiny. It'll generally have, like, very similar, if not the identical stats every time as well. So again, it can be a little bit cheaty. What's up, Mel? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Welcome back, Tracy. I'm sorry you're at the hospital. I hope everything is okay. I'm glad you're back, though. How many languages do I know? I know English, and I kind of know Japanese, and that's it. It's the darkest of them all. It's pitch black. And it's very, very, like, hot inside this shirt right now. You knew nothing about that. I didn't really know about it either until I started looking up how to like shiny hunt properly in Gen 3. And that was like a big concern of everyone. Like, make sure you know about this in Emerald. There's everyone great. Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. That's good news. That is really good news. I remember seeing Meloetta for a quick second, and then your friend using a Curlia and remover, thinking it was a Meloetta because it had green hair. At a quick glance, that's great. Seriously, it's great. Good luck in your hunts. Let's get your Shiny Charmander yesterday through a pseudo method at 2,500 plus eggs hatched. Well, that's awesome, Jackson. That's awesome. I hope to get mine soon. Yeah, if I do any more after this, it's definitely going to be like a pseudo method or island scan or something with better odds than full 1 in 8192. Teach you Japanese, you only know like 4 or 5 words, and one of them is a cuss word. I am not qualified by any means to teach anyone Japanese. I am still very much learning myself. Plenty of resources online if you're actually interested in learning. Maybe because it retains heat more. It does, it does. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a very warm shirt to be wearing on a stream. Got Shiny Drapion and Shiny Lombre in a row. Nice! I'm assuming through the wormhole hunts and stuff. Tried learning Japanese once, but it didn't end well. Oh no! Oh no. There's nothing stopping me from trying again. I totally understand. It's difficult. It's definitely difficult to do. Like, it's a complete new language, and it's very different from English, so if that's like your first language, you have to think about it so differently. I think the weirdest mistake you ever made was thinking that Stoutland was actually an Entei, or seeing the Zorak movie and seeing Entei and then thinking that Stoutland was an Entei. It's just like a not angry Entei. How many kanji are there? Thousands. Thousands of them. 2,000 are like expected to be known if you're like graduating high school, and there's like upwards of 50,000 because you can essentially include the entire expanded traditional Chinese language and their characters in it. It's kind of crazy. Spanish alphabet song stuck in your head? There you go, you can remember the alphabets. First song in Pokemon Black. Okay. You know, one piece of a kanji. What piece is that? Or one piece of kanji. Now, Spanish and English, and you can't even speak them properly. Oh, you try to speak Japanese to your cousin because she knows some Japanese words. Well, that's cool. That's cool. You have someone to practice with, because that's definitely a big part of it. Is trying to find someone to actually like talk to and get that practice, because just reading it and stuff's really hard to like, you know, learn through. You always wanted to learn Japanese? Go for it. I've enjoyed it. It's, of course, it's my list. Oh yeah, one of the katakana. That's technically like different from kanji. There's 3 different character sets they use. There's hiragana, katakana, and then kanji. And yeah, so like that small tsu that you're thinking of is part of katakana, which is basically like part of their like alphabet, like their proper like character set alphabet, where each sound is mapped to a specific like character. And then kanji like are words, like single words and single designs and characters. It's a whole thing. Kanji is my downfall for sure. Japanese sounds like a lot of fun. It was interesting taking the courses. Unfortunately, my school doesn't have any more beyond the class I took. But I do know a few resources and stuff I can keep learning with if I'm like actually like have the work ethic to keep learning on my own, not in the class. So yeah, I have to figure out exactly what I'm doing as far as that. But it's definitely interesting to learn because it's so different. You'll forget all the information I just told you. I respect the honesty. I respect it. Gotta go see you on the next one. Alright, see you later, Aiden. I'm glad I could see you. Stop by and stream again. Again, I hope to see you again soon. School only has French. You know how to say bonjour? I think it's spelled wrong. I think that's right. I took French from like kindergarten to 3rd grade, which meant I didn't learn any French. This meant we sat and watched like muzzy, like language videos all day. Then we moved and I was at a different school and I was in Spanish from like from 4th grade until like 10th grade. I don't really remember any Spanish, and then I took Japanese the past 2 years of college. And hopefully I'll remember that. The real reason you want to learn Japanese is to watch anime without subtitles. You got me. You got me. Honestly, part of it. Watch anime without subtitles, but is it in Japanese? Made a lot of mistakes back in your noob days. I think everyone did. That's why they're the noob days, right? You're a genius to point out obvious stuff. You see right through me, right? Sort of the in your old copy of hardcore you named Silver. I don't know. Because you were confused when they asked you the guy's name. I wouldn't be surprised. Or, like, people who put in question marks, because that's what they had been told. They, like, legitimately thought it was, like, a question they had to get right. I know that was a thing. Alright, guys. We are going to probably wrap this up at 11,840 on Charmander. Getting close to the end of the stream. And while we still got a good number of people, I want to see if we can raid someone. Potentially Kyo, if she's still going on her sleepwalk for the day. It's not really Spanish, more like English and Spanish together, because you're Puerto Rican and we don't talk professional Spanish, we slang Spanish, and hey, and that's cool. That's cool. Like, I am definitely far from being bilingual. I mean, and that's super cool, and it impresses the crap out of me. Charmander, please shine, boy. Hopefully soon. It's ending your internet. It's going to shine. Like, give it what? I'm missing crucial information here, I feel like loot. Alright. Mosquito flies in the second you open your bedroom door. This is why you don't leave your room. You gotta stay away from the bugs. Who are we rating? I think we might be rating Kyo if she's still doing her sleepwalk. We will see, though. It just depends if she's still going. But guys, this is the last Charmander. I'm gonna go ahead and check. Or if someone else could check for me, that'd be awesome. Awesome of them. That's a joke. I gotcha. Most people from Puerto Rico are thugs, but the good old kind, and there are 2 rules, I guess. 1, you go there, you'll never be the same. 2, once somehow everybody knows about it. Okay. Okay, yeah, so she is, from the looks of it, still streaming. So I'll grab her the link after we do this last Charmander encounter. And then we got our Bulbasaur. We got a Bulbasaur to wrap up the night with. So, let's see if we got Charmander, guys. Nope. And nope, no Charmander for us tonight. So let's go ahead and get this all set up. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and grab this link right here and get set up for our last encounters. One with Bulbasaur and one with this final Regice here. So I want to go ahead and just, before we raid and all that, I want to say thank you to everyone who tuned into the stream, everyone that liked, everyone that subscribed. So I just thank you to everyone in chat. A big thank you to Stream Egg for the raid, and a massive thank you to Poca, Flexi, and Cinder for the super chat donations today. And without further ado, guys, let's encounter Regice. Encounter Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is not shiny, and neither is Regice from the looks of it. So thank you to everyone again who tuned into the stream. We are raiding Kyo Gaming here, and until next time, guys, take care.